Welcome back, Year 6, to Lesson 13. Before we go into what we're going to do today, it really annoyed me. I don't know if you spotted it in Lesson 12. When I was talking and we went through these answers, and I found the answer was 2/5 here, I said the answer, I think I said the answer was 2/3. So apologies for that. I did 100 press-ups because I was so angry with myself, but I should have said 2/5, not 2/3. Right, today's lesson. Little bit of a recap, hopefully. We're going to multiply with multiples of 10. So there's a couple of rules that we follow just to speedily get the right answer. And we've got two examples. So example 1 here is 300 multiplied by 40. So you can see underneath here, I've split 300, or I've broken down 300 multiplied by 40 into known multiplication facts. So the first one I've said is 3 times 4. So I've got rid of all my zeros in the question. And the answer is 12. What have I done now? Well, I've made my 3 10 times bigger. So if I've made my 3 10 times bigger and everything else has stayed the same, my answer becomes 10 times bigger. I've made 30 10 times bigger to make 300 in my question. So my answer becomes 10 times bigger. And then the last thing I do is I make my 4 10 times bigger. So again, my answer becomes 10 times bigger. So you should be able to see the pattern that I've followed there. And I stop here because now 300 multiplied by 40 is what the question was asking me. So I'll go through one more over here. 120 multiplied by 60 again. I've got rid of all my zeros in the question and I've just got 12 times 6, which is 72. Made 12 10 times bigger. So my answer becomes 10 times bigger. Made 6 10 times bigger. So my answer does also become 10 times bigger. So my answer there is 7,200. I really hope this is a recap because you should have done this in year 5, working with known multiples of 10. So you can see the steps I've followed. I've just broken down the question into the simplest, basically getting rid of the zeros, haven't I? 3 multiplied by 4 on the left, 12 times 6. And then I've made each of the numbers 10 times bigger gradually. And then I've stopped when my bottom sum has matched the question. So now it's your turn. 7 problems. Pause the screen when you're ready to start. Use my methods. If you need to have another look at them, please do so. Press play when you're ready to go through the answers. All right then. First answer is 5,500. Second is 9,800. C is 18,000. D, big answer here, 80,000. E, 5,400. F, 50,000. And G, 58,500. Now let's go through G just to make sure that we're using the right method. So the sum I asked you to work out was 650 multiplied by 90. So remember, let's break it down into the easiest sum that we know, 65 times 9. You might say, well, that's really challenging. So let's do that then. 9 multiplied by 5 is 45. 9 multiplied by 6 is 54. 54, add this 9, is 58. So 65 multiplied by 9 is 585. Now I'm going to make my 65 10 times bigger. So my answer becomes 10 times bigger. And now I need to make my 9 10 times bigger to get 90. So my answer becomes 10 times bigger. And my answers match. If you struggle with some of those, don't worry. Sometimes it can be challenging if you haven't done something for a while and then it's reintroduced. Well done if you use the method to get the answers right. And I look